Now we're going to combine multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction to some word problems and apply what we've learned. So if you look at letter A, you earn $9.50 per hour at your summer job. Write and solve an inequality that represents the number of hours you need to work to buy AirPod Pros that cost $247. So think about which inequality symbol would you use if you're working $9.50 per hour and you're trying to earn $247? You would want to use greater than or equal to, because it doesn't make sense to use less than or equal to. If you use less than or equal to, you're not going to have enough money. So we want to make $247 or more. And since the problem is talking about hours, we're going to let H stand for our hours. So if I make $9.50 per hour and I want to make money that's greater than or equal to $247, I want to figure out how many hours I need to work to earn the minimum amount needed to purchase the AirPods, so greater than or equal to. To solve this inequality, you would just divide by the $9.50. So your H would be greater than or equal to 26. So that means you would have to work 26 hours or more to be able to purchase the AirPods. Let's look at the next problem. You have at most $3.65 to buy licorice. Each piece costs 25 cents. Write and solve an inequality that represents the number of licorice you can buy. So in this problem, they actually give you the inequality symbol. It is at most. So at most means that that's the highest amount you can go. Which inequality symbol is that? So at most is going to mean less than or equal to. And since we're talking about licorice and the question's asking us how many pieces of licorice we can buy, let's have my variable be L and stand for licorice. So if licorice costs 25 cents per piece, so that's 0.25 L, that has to be less than or equal to $3.65, because I can't spend more money than I have. So we have to make sure it's less than. So to solve this inequality, all you have to do is divide by the 0.25. And you get L is less than or equal to 14. So this means that at most, you can buy 14 pieces of licorice. Let's look at letter C. The maximum speed limit for a school bus is 55 miles per hour. Write and solve an inequality that represents the number of hours it takes to travel 165 miles in a school bus. And this is actually a very common rule that trailer tractors, or if you have a truck and you're pulling a boat, or if you have a fifth wheel, the max amount of speed you're allowed to go is 55 miles per hour. And I'll fix that typo. So it's looking for maximum speed. What kind of inequality would you use for this problem? So maximum speed is going to mean less than or equal to, because I can't go over 55, but I can go 55. So we're going to use something that we've used in Unit 1, which is distance equals rate times time. So we have our rate at 55 miles per hour and our distance is 165 miles, and we're trying to figure out the number of hours. So this means that we are going to have to figure out the t. So I know my distance, which was d, is 165 miles, and that has to be less than or equal to my rate, which is 55 miles per hour, and I'm trying to figure out how long it's going to take me to travel that distance at that speed. So to solve for t, we're just going to divide by 55 on both sides. So that's going to have your 55s on the right-hand side divide out to equal a 1. And then 165 divided by 55 is 3, is less than or equal to t. So if you write your answer in standard form, it's t is greater than or equal to 3. That means if you're in a school bus traveling at 55 miles per hour and your distance is 165 miles, that it's going to take you 3 hours or more. Letter D says, a weather forecaster predicts that the temperature in Antarctica will decrease 8 degrees Fahrenheit each hour for the next 6 hours. Write and solve an inequality to determine how many hours it will take for the temperature to drop at least 36 degrees Fahrenheit. So it already tells us what we're looking for, how many hours. So H is going to equal hours. The problem's also saying that the temperature is going to be decreasing 8 degrees Fahrenheit each hour. So because it is decreasing, that means that it's going to be a negative 8 because it's decreasing, so we need a negative number. So we are decreasing 8 degrees Fahrenheit for some amount of time, and we're trying to figure out how long it will take for the temperature to drop at least 36 degrees Fahrenheit. So we don't want it to drop more than that. So even though it says at least, the inequality symbol that we're going to be using is less than or equal to, because we don't want it to go over 36 degrees. We want the temperature just to drop 36 degrees. So dropping 36 degrees would be 36, a negative 36. So to solve this inequality, you would divide by 8 on each side. And remember, dividing by 8 or dividing by a negative number is going to switch your sign. So we have H is greater than or equal to positive 4.5. So that means it's going to take 4.5 hours or more to drop 36 degrees. Notice in this problem that we did not use the 6. So that was just there kind of for a distractor, because it's telling us that it's going to decrease 8 degrees Fahrenheit each hour for the next 6 hours, but we're trying to figure out how many hours it's going to take to drop 36 degrees. So this one was just kind of a distractor, and this one was a little confusing, so you might want to rewatch this section of the video to understand why it's less than or equal to. Let's take a look at the next one. You have $12 to spend on ride tickets at the fair. Each ticket costs $1.25. Write and solve an inequality to represent the number of tickets you can buy. So let's let T stand for number of tickets. We know that each ticket costs $1.25. So we can represent that as 1.25T. And we only have $12 to spend. So if we only have $12 to spend, which inequality symbol would you use for this problem? You would want to use less than or equal to. So I can use an or equal to because I can spend all my money. I don't have to spend less than $12. If I spend an amount equal to $12, that just means I'm spending all my money. So we're going to have less than or equal to 12. So to solve this inequality, you divide both sides by the $1.25. That gives you T is less than or equal to 9.6. So this is an interesting answer, right? Because T stands for number of tickets, and I have a decimal, so I can't buy a part of a ticket. So how many tickets can you buy if they cost $1.25 and you only have $12?